Hello friends, welcome to Stability Chapter 5, Effect of Density on Draft and Displacement. Okay, so before we go to Chapter 5, I would like to have a recap of previous 3 chapters. Okay, and we will discuss about all those things. Okay, in this chapter 5 we are going to mainly discuss change in underwater volume due to different density, change in the displacement when the draft is constant, and the TPC values and load lines. Okay, so let's go to the recap of the previous chapter. So in first chapter we learned that density is equal to mass divided by volume. So from this formula we can find out mass and volume by taking the necessary values or interchanging the values. Okay, so and the other thing we learned is relative density. Relative density is equal to density of a substance divided by density of water. Okay, or otherwise we can say the relative density is the ratio of mass of any volume of the substance, okay, divided by mass of equal volume of fresh water. Okay, that is called the relative density. Okay, so in the chapter 2 what we learned is pressure. What is pressure? Pressure is equal to depth into density. And the thing what we learned is thrust. Thrust is equal to pressure into area. Okay, so why I am doing all this recap is in the 5th chapter we may I will use some of the terms from these chapters. That's why to explain things in better way. Okay, so the 3rd chapter is buoyancy. From this chapter what we learn, so buoyancy is also known as the upward thrust acting on the surface of the body. Okay, so when a vessel is floating freely, buoyancy acted will be equal to the weight of the ship, then only the vessel will float. Okay, so weight of the ship will is as per the law of flotation, it is the weight of the water displaced. Okay, displaced by the floating body. So that displaced water weight is called displacement. Okay, so displacement, to find out the displacement, what will we do? We will find out the underwater volume of the object into density of the water displaced. Okay, that's how we find out the displacement of the floating object. Okay, what displacement is basically the weight of the object. Okay, now I will just straight away go to the chapter 5. Okay, so imagine we have a ship. Okay, and we already know the mass of the ship. Okay, this is our ship, and we the mass of the ship we already know. We calculated the mass of the ship will be 10,000 tons. Okay, so that is displacement. Okay, so let's assume we placed this ship in a salt water. Okay, so we know the mass is 10,000 ton. Okay, so displacement is equal to underwater volume into density, right? So for a mass of for a ship having displacement of 10,000 ton, so what will be the density underwater volume when the ship is floating in salt water? So displacement will be 10,000. Okay, so underwater volume will be, we have to find out, right? Underwater volume. So since the density of the salt water is 1.025, okay, so we get underwater volume is equal to 10,000 divided by 1.025. Okay, so the answer will be, we are getting around 9756 metric cubes. Okay, so what it means is, if a ship is having displacement of 10,000 ton, the underwater volume, okay, required for that ship to float in a sea water is 9756 cubics. Okay, imagine the same ship with the same displacement, it is now floating in fresh water. Okay, earlier it was floating on sea water, now it is floating on fresh water. So in fresh water, the displacement is same. Okay, so as per the formula, displacement is equal to underwater volume into density of water, right? So displacement is same, underwater volume. Okay, underwater volume. And what is the density of fresh water? It is 1.000. Okay, so underwater volume will be 10,000 divided by 1, so that will be 10,000 meter cube. Okay, can you see the difference? The same ship of displacement 10,000, when it is floating on sea water, the underwater volume will be 9,756. Okay, but that same ship of displacement 10,000, it is floating on fresh water. The underwater volume required for that ship to float on the fresh water is 10,000 cubics. So from this exercise, what we learned is that when a ship is sailing from a salt water to fresh water, or when ship goes from fresh water to salt water, the underwater volume will change. Okay, so since in the fresh water, underwater volume is higher than the underwater volume in the sea water, we can say the draft of the vessel, okay, draft of the vessel will increase in fresh water, and similarly in sea water, draft is lesser. Okay, so when we go from sea water to fresh water, the draft of the vessel will increase. Okay, so this increase, this phenomena, okay, so is calculated using some formulas and all those things. So some when the vessel goes from when the vessel is fully loaded in salt water, so we take it into consideration, and when the vessel will go to the fresh water, obviously the draft of the vessel will increase. So this we will consider this allowance also when the vessel is loading. Okay, so this allowance is also known as fresh water allowance. Okay, so what is a freshwater allowance? So freshwater allowance is increase of draft. Okay, when ship is navigating from salt water to fresh water. Okay, and vice versa, when the ship goes from fresh water to salt water, the draft will reduce. Okay, so let's assume the 5 meter is the draft into salt water, and when it comes to fresh water, the draft will increase by 5.5 meter. Okay, so at 5.5, if the vessel is loaded at 5.5, when it goes back to salt water, it will obviously rise and it become draft become 5 meter. So this is a vice versa process. Okay, so this phenomena, increase of the draft when the vessel is going from salt water to fresh water, is called freshwater allowance. Okay, I hope you understood what is freshwater allowance and why this phenomenon is happening. Okay, it is because the change in density between both the waters. Okay, why this is happening? Okay, so in previous chapter, when we studied the buoyancy and all those things, it is equal to, the buoyancy is the upthrust. Okay, upthrust acting on the surface of the underwater surface of the hull. Okay, so what is upthrust? Upthrust is equal to pressure into area. Okay, what is pressure? Depth into density. So if the density is higher, the pressure will be higher, correct? And the pressure is higher, the thrust will also be higher. Okay, so when a ship is floating in higher density water, the vessel will create more thrust. Okay, more thrust will means more buoyancy. So to compensate the weight of the, so what is buoyancy? Buoyancy or thrust is equal to weight of the ship, correct? So to compensate the weight of the ship in salt water, so the buoyancy required, the buoyancy generated will be lesser as compared to the in fresh water. So in fresh water, the vessel, to create enough buoyancy, the vessel has to sink further, right? Then only more underwater volume will be created, and depending upon the density, equivalent displacement will be generated. Okay, so in higher density, the upthrust will be higher. So that is why the draft in higher density will be lesser, and in the lower density will be higher. Okay, so that is about that is how the draft of the vessel when changes when the vessel will navigate through different density. Okay. Okay, so let's discuss what is freshwater allowance once again. Okay, so like I said earlier, freshwater allowance is the increase in draft when the ship goes from salt water to fresh water or vice versa. Okay, so this is our ship, and initially the vessel is floating in salt water, and salt water draft is equal to 3.5 meter, and the ship is sailing and it reaches the fresh water. So at fresh water, what will happen? The draft of the ship will increase, and the new draft, okay, the new draft is, so let's say for purpose only, let's say 6 meters. Okay, new draft. Okay, so this new draft is 6 meters. The difference between these two draft, okay, that is 2.5 meters. Okay, this value is called freshwater allowance. Okay, so the difference, if I say here, the initial draft was 3.5, correct? 3.5. Right now the draft is 6 meters. So this value is called freshwater allowance. Okay, I hope you understood with all these diagrams. Okay, next is we have a formula. What is formula for finding out the freshwater allowance? Okay, so the freshwater allowance can be found out using freshwater allowance is equal to W. Okay, W divided by 40, that 40 TPC. Okay, so the W is the displacement of the ship. Okay, displacement of the ship in salt water. Right, so that is expressed in tons. Okay, and the TPC is the tons per centimeter. Okay, in salt water. Okay, so the freshwater allowance formula is W is equal to freshwater allowance is equal to W divided by 40 TPC. So at present, if the vessel is floating at seawater at a draft of 3.5 meter, then if we have the displacement of the vessel at that time, and TPC of the vessel also, then displacement and TPC, using this formula we can find out what will be the freshwater allowance of the vessel at this present draft. So when the vessel will go to freshwater, how much the vessel will sink, we can calculate. Okay, so this is very important for the navigating officers for calculation when the during passage plan UKC is calculated. Okay, so when the vessel is approaching to the freshwater, by finding out the freshwater allowance, and you can find out whether the vessel is meeting the UKC policy of the company. Okay, so it is very important. and when the chief officers tell the loaded draft will be so and so, so and so, and you have to check the local density of water from the publication, and you have to advise, sir, at this draft when the freshwater allowance will be so much, and we will not be meeting UKC policy when we leave the berth after loading. Okay, so that is the importance of freshwater allowance. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. Okay, similarly, like freshwater allowance, there is one more thing called dock water allowance. Okay, so what is dock water? Dock water means if it's no water with density between 1 and 1.025. Okay, the density between fresh water and salt water, so that density water is called dock water. Okay, so similarly when the vessel moves from fresh water, salt water to fresh water, there will be a draft change. Similarly, when the vessel move from sea water to dock water, there will be a draft change. Okay, so that change in draft is known as dock water allowance. Okay, so what is dock water allowance? Dock water allowance is the increase in draft when the ship goes from salt water to dock water. Okay, so that is called dock water allowance. Okay, so for freshwater allowance, we have seen a formula W by 40 TPC. Similarly, there is a formula for dock water allowance also. Okay, so dock water allowance is equal to, okay, change in density divided by 0.025, okay, into our normal freshwater allowance. Okay, so this change in density is like if the vessel is going from a density of 1.100, okay, and it is going to a density of water 1.1 1.15. Okay, so this is a hypothetical figure then. Okay, and let's be little more authentic. Okay, 1.010, okay, to 1.015. Okay, so the change in density in this will be 0.005, correct? So change in density is 0.005. So dock water allowance at this condition will be 0.005 divided by 0.025 into freshwater allowance. This 0.025 is actually derived from the bigger formula. Okay, actual value in this place should be seawater density minus freshwater density. That is the value comes here. Since the seawater value is 1.025, my freshwater is 1, then the difference is 0.25. that is the value written here. Okay, so you can also write for knowing the concept clear, dock water allowance is equal to change in density divided by seawater density minus freshwater density, okay, multiplied by freshwater allowance. Okay, this is the actual formula. Okay, so that is the value, and from here only this 0.25 will be written here. Okay, so this is the dock water allowance formula.